wrestling fans, ladies and gentlemen. It's me, Joe, and I just saw what had to be the stupidest thing ever. For those who don't know, all week long TNA has been talking about releasing these videos from some person talking about how they were going to be on Impact August 1st and how they were going to make an impact and nobody was going to know when they were going to hit, but how they were going to hit, but it was going to happen. So everybody starts speculating who it is, from Goldberg to Hardcore Holly, to Shelton Benjamin, to many different other wrestlers. Only for it to end up being Tito Ortiz. Now, my problem with this, TNA, is that Tito Ortiz is not a wrestler. He's not a professional wrestler. He is a MMA fighter. I realize that you had this deal with Bellator and you signed Rampage Jackson, which you would have thought when you debuted Rampage Jackson on your show, the reaction that you got was not very good. I would have thought that you would have learned your lesson. I'm trying to not cuss. I would have thought that you would have learned your lesson. But instead, you do the stupidest thing by bringing in Tito Ortiz. Do you really think that Tito Ortiz is really going to bring up your ratings? No, he's not going to bring up your ratings. It's not going to help you all out. As a matter of fact, you probably have screwed up yourself big time, because I've seen a lot of comments that have said that when they were speculating that it may have been Tito Ortiz, that people have said that if it's Tito Ortiz, they're never going to watch TNA Wrestling again. And you know what? I believe I'm probably going to jump on board, because that is the stupidest thing that you could have done, TNA. That was retarded, that was dumb, that was idiotic. To have the mystery person come out and be Tito Ortiz and just stand there. That's all it did. Just stood there. It's been nice knowing you, TNA. I look forward to seeing your company go bankrupt and Vince McMahon taking over your company. Because obviously you don't know what the heck that you're doing. Because all that you're doing is pissing off more and more of your wrestling fans, causing them to not watch your product anymore. Bringing Tito Ortiz into your show quite possibly could have been the final blow for TNA. Now, I'm sure some people are going to disagree with me, but I'm sorry. But when you got King Mo, doesn't have any business being a professional wrestler. You have Rampage Jackson, doesn't have any business being a professional wrestler. And now you have Tito Ortiz, doesn't have any business being a professional wrestler. If you want people to watch your show, and if you want to get more views for your show, what you have to do, TNA, is you have to bring in actual wrestlers, not MMA fighters. Your company is not MMA. I understand you have this deal with Bellator fighting, but your company is professional wrestling. And when you bring in people that are not professional wrestlers, especially as main people, it pisses wrestling fans off. It really, truly does. You have been sinking your ship for a good while now. And I think that it's time that you sit down and realize what you have to do to start getting the fans. Even if that entitles getting rid of Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan has done nothing for your company. Nothing. The only thing Hulk Hogan has done has cost you more and more and more and more money. Why? Because not only do you have to pay Hulk Hogan, but you're also paying his daughter, Brooke Hogan, who has, once again, no business in the professional wrestling business. I've been wanting to say something like this for a while, and I'm finally getting it off my chest. TNA, you really dropped the ball. Do you realize how many people aren't going to be watching your program anymore? Me, one of them. I'm not watching your shows anymore. I have no interest in your shows anymore whatsoever. Why? Because you don't know what you are doing anymore. When you first started out, TNA was great. I used to watch TNA all of the time. When it first started out, when they had their pay-per-views, I used to watch them all the time. I would have no problem spending my money. I remember when they started out with Sonny Siaki. And then it just started going right down the drain. So TNA, it's been nice knowing you. I wish the best in your future endeavors. I'm Joe Lance, the host of Wrestle Talk. Tune in my show on Monday or Tuesday, whichever day that I decide to post the show. Because I'm sure that I'm going to be talking a little bit more about TNA's Bonehead Move of the Night. Goodbye.